You might have a door put on there, and maybe you
I have a
get
door. I get my own door.
Hey, maybe.
My own door?
I said
What about
maybe.
bathroom?
I said maybe.
Can I get my own bathroom?
Let's not get ridiculous now.
No, that's just too bougie.
Listen, I know my worth. I'm worth a bathroom.
So when you start here at Romans, you're on a 24-hour call. Sometimes I'll call you at 3 in the morning to see your dedication level, and I'll say, hey, are you mopping the break room floor? And then what are you going to say to me? No or yeah? I got cameras in here, so we watch them. You see the camera up there?
Yeah.
We're watching.
Don't bring that boneless trash
Yeah.
in there.
It's all about traditional.
Traditional. Bone
Keep
in.
your chicken
Get it
nuggets.
right.
Yeah, for the 5-year-olds and for Sean and Angela.
The same men that eat boneless wings probably drink boba tea.
That's what entrepreneurism is. It's buying your time back.
Right.
You sacrifice so much up front, but the hours that you put in are so meaningful that once it happens and it goes through and you do things the right way, then you're essentially buying your time back.
Right.
So you get more time with your family, you get to get out there more and stuff. And I love that shit.
I'm at the Panda Express in Highland, Indiana, like eating by myself
Yeah.
because I got 15 minutes to spare in between showings, and it's like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, is this what's right for my family? Like, I haven't seen my kids in 2 weeks. Like, I remember there's a period of time where like I looked at my boy and I'm like, when the hell did he get this tall? Like, when did he get this big? I've learned in my business, there's things, mostly everything can wait. Okay? Like, yes, like there's stuff you can't push off to the next day. Like, it's, hey, in between business hours, take care of what you got to take care of, but there is stuff that can just wait till the next day. But what I've learned back in the grind was like, okay.
Oh, hey, oh. You are now tuned into the best roofing podcast in the world, the Roof Trollz.
Yeah, I was like, he got to the stripper part. And I'm like, and that's it.
It's so good. Like, it's captivating though, like, isn't it? I don't even talk in that. None of us really do. A couple questions and we just let him spit his shit.
I just hope my episode doesn't follow because it's going to be pretty disappointing. You know?
No, no, your episode's going to be good.
How are you gonna compete with that?
And then I think we're going to get another big guest too that I'm working on right now. And it's, dude, when I tell you guys are going to laugh, fucking ridiculous. Like, it's going to be, if I can lock this down, it is going to be the most ridiculous guest we will ever probably have. Ever. Like, I'll probably never get somebody funnier, in my opinion.
Oh, funnier. So he's a comedian.
No.
Oh.
Not by choice. By default. I'll just tell you guys.
Just by
No,
default.
don't you can
By
hide.
default. Well,
Keep it a surprise.
all right.
Keep it a surprise.
I mean, you got me on edge right now.
Yeah.
I want to know now, but
Now,
like,
now
I
I'm
don't
really
want
going to
you
listen to the Roof Trollz every week.
You know who's on my flag?
Oh yeah. Oh my.
No.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
legend?
You guys got to tune in.
I
for that.
messaged him and he wanted 10 grand and I said, no fucking shot in hell is that happening.
That was
I
his
said, come on,
manager,
dude.
his
And then he
manager.
said, I want 7. And I said, no. I said, we'll do 5 and I'll pay for your flight. I'll personally pay for your flight back, there and back. And he said, let me think about it and I'll let you know. And I said, okay. I said, hurry up, please. And he said, I will. And that was it. So I have not heard back in 2 days yet.
Oh
I'm
my
going to
gosh.
message again. But yeah, if I can
Dude,
lock
that'd
that
be cool.
down, that will be the best guest we could ever have on here.
That's awesome.
And I don't care what we talk about. It doesn't matter what
You
we
don't
talk
have
about.
to talk about anything. Just let him talk.
Anything. He's
Just
getting
let
a
him
shirt.
talk.
He's getting a shirt. He's getting a hat. He's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
to talk. Yeah.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going to ask him how to spell Romans. Like, it's going to be dope.
Spell Romans.
Bro, I'm going to give him a hat and ask him to spell Romans. It's going to be right there on the hat. I'm going to ask him to spell it, and he won't be able to. Or a shirt. It's going to be so cool.
This is what he does for a living, though, guys. So and
And then, you know, the big one that, Michael Floyd is friends with, well, his mentor is Larry Fitzgerald, who also lives in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And we did the podcast with Michael Floyd to gain a little bit of credibility. He wants to do it again. He's trying to help us by getting him, and we're only going to have him for like a half hour, but if we can get him,
That's cool.
that's huge.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's such a good dude, too.
Guy's a legend, too.
Yeah.
Guy's a legend. And he's a good dude.
He's
Like,
he's just a good father. He's a good dude. Like, his whole career, Michael was telling us that, like, he would just hang out with his family. It was just, that's what he did on the weekends. He never went out to clubs. He didn't go out and, like, party or anything like that. He literally just, and I just say he and stuff because I don't want people to know who we're talking about. But, yeah. We good to go?
My social security number? What? Social media, it's
Which one do you want to collab with?
Instagram is at the Durish Group. So just on my shirt, my hoodie here. Yeah. Durish. It'll be a cute bald guy with glasses. And a plant behind him, which my wife wanted me to take a picture in front of the plant for my headshot. I don't know. Said it looks homey. I'll have to guess.
Make him.
Oh,
We're rolling. Hey,
we're rolling.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Glad to be back.
We're on. Oh, let's go, baby. Roof Trollz.
Trolls, baby.
I'm always excited to get back into the office and shoot the Roof Trollz. And we did a couple episodes here a few weeks ago, but I just feel like the environment is just much more comfortable for us to be here. It's fun traveling to other offices and seeing that, but having it done right here, I don't know, it's just something cool about it. You got the Jim Mendoza pictures up again. We're just rocking it right now. Yeah, it's awesome. So we have Eddie. You guys know Eddie. He's been
What's up,
on.
guys?
How many episodes is this for you? Is this your
third one, I think.
Is
I
it your
believe.
third one? Yeah. You're on too much camera time.
They love me though, right,
Yeah.
guys? You guys like me out there? I hope so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us.
No, not
Oh no,
you.
they love you. Yeah,
Talking
they
to my
love
fans,
you.
my
Romans.
Yeah.
You know,
You're just a number
you
of
need to
Romans.
see a little more out of you.
Just a number.
Just
a number
promoted him and everything. Yeah, we love Eddie. So we have a new guest making his Roof Trollz debut, and also happens to be, I guess, friends with me and Eddie. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Derek Durish. I'm a local realtor out here in Indiana, as well as Illinois. I've been selling real estate now for 4 years. You know, I'm husband, kids, friend. I don't know, I like to have fun. I appreciate everyone at the Roof Trollz. I actually, I'm proud of you guys. Like, I really am. Seeing what you guys have done for yourselves over the last handful of years with Romans and just life in general, it's been very, very awesome to see. And congrats on the growth, too, and the success.
Well, we appreciate that.
You guys are killing it. I love the culture here, too. It's fun. I come to the office. Dude. I feel like, even though I know you guys are trying to recruit me here, I feel like I work here. Coming in here, so talking to everybody.
Elijah, he caught us.
Well, yeah. The door's open, bro. Did I mention that we have a 401k with a 3.5% match now?
Yeah,
no big deal.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's good.
There's an office back there that's getting cleaned out. I'm just saying, play the right moves here. You might have a door put on there, and maybe you
have
you
a door. I get my own door.
Hey, maybe.
My own door?
I said
What about
maybe.
bathroom?
I said
Can I get my own bathroom?
Let's not get ridiculous now.
No, that's just too bougie.
Listen, I know my worth. I'm worth a bathroom.
You're in the bucket in the break room like all the other salespeople.
That's right.
You start bottom of the barrel here and you work your way up. That's why it means so much when you get to the top here, because we literally make you start bottom of the barrel.
Bottom, huh?
That's
It's
true.
like the railroad. So when you start here at Romans, you're on a 24-hour call, and sometimes just for shits and gigs, we'll call you at 3 a.m. and there's a cot back there. So you're required to stay here on the premises. It's like working at a firehouse almost, because we don't know. You don't know when something's going to pop off.
Right.
Storm's going to
And
happen.
you got to be ready.
You gotta
Or
be
even
ready.
worse, like sometimes I'll call you at 3 a.m. to see your dedication level, and I'll say, "Hey, are you mopping the break room floor?" And then what are you going to say to me? No or yeah? I got cameras in here, so we watch them. You see the camera up there?
Yeah.
We're watching. That's what they're there for, to make sure that
That's why I pick up a broom occasionally.
we're getting work out of everybody here. When you come here to work 8 hours, you're wiping stuff down.
Okay.
You're vacuuming stuff. Yeah.
You really got to start from the bottom, though.
Yeah.
Shoveling.
Start from the bottom, though, right?
And then just like any other railroad job or anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, hard worker railroad people. I'm joking. Even though the Chinese did build it before you guys. So like the railroad people, just like them, when you get to a certain level, you don't do shit. So like
So like the level Elijah's at now, he just right?
Well, I could say that stuff because we always take shots at him because of Drew and DJ and Billy.
You've got a lot of close friends who are in the railroad.
Yeah,
so
and what do we get from them? No, seriously, like what do we get from them? Every day, Guy Lucia, if you're listening right now, every day, I don't care, every day, because he's not there.
Everybody.
He's not there anymore, so I'm just saying every day when I see him, when he would snap, this is what I would get. Working hard. What? That's literally it, dude. He's always eating sandwiches, always hanging out on empty trains. Billy talks about it like all the time, like how great it is. You can't be. You're not that excited to go there and hammer stuff in there, because I gotta believe that. In the beginning, I know how difficult it is, because Angelo. That's the only time he ever had to work in his life. Yeah. So like when he was there, he had to do the swing shifting, and I was like really close with him during that time. So I saw him getting up at 3 a.m. on call, and I know Billy's at the mercy of them on call and stuff. So like they sweat those guys. I'm only joking, guys. Relax. But when you do get to a certain level, I mean, I've worked in a steel mill before. When you get to a certain level, I mean, you could tell your wife all day that you're working, but your ass is sleeping in that office. Like I've been around those people, the vested ones. Anyway, what do you do? Right now.
What do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh
right
man,
now?
that's a great question,
bro. That's what he is.
Yeah, pretty much glorified stay-at-home dad. I cook breakfast every day. I clean the house for my wife, and then
do you
cook her dinner when she gets home.
Because a lot of the time, I see you eating donuts with your kids in the morning. So, do you really cook breakfast?
I do like cooking breakfast, but yes, donuts with Dad was a Friday ritual. When I first went full time into real estate, I was like,
love
okay,
that shit, man.
I was like, you know what? What's nice with being an entrepreneur and being in sales, and that is the freedom, right? I don't want to sit here and say like you can make your own schedule whenever you want, because like I still feel like you have to show up and work every day, but there is that freedom you have. So hey, donuts with Dad. You know, for years I was on a garbage truck, so did that for 12 and a half years. I mean, my kids now are 13 and 14 years old, so I've had the opportunity the last couple of years to really kind of get that time back with them in the morning. Yeah. Get them on the bus, drop them off at school.
You just hit it right on the head, though. That's what entrepreneurism is. It's buying your time back.
Right.
You sacrifice so much up front, but the hours that you put in are so meaningful that once it happens and it goes through and you do things the right way, then you're essentially buying your time back. Right. So you get more time with your family. You get to get out there more and stuff. And I love that shit. We used to do the frozen yogurt Fridays. Yeah. I would do that with Aria. It's too cold right now, but as it warms up, I'm going to get back into it again. But yeah, I love that, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, so Donuts with Dad was a cool thing. Go to Rise and Roll in Cherville. Right, good solid donut.
Is that the best donut in Northwest Indiana?
I honestly think so. I really do.
I was going to talk to you about that.
Dude, it's
I haven't been there.
You know what?
They got it in Valpo, bro. They're the best donuts ever. Every one of them.
They're dense. So like Rise and Roll, I can go there. I can have probably 2 donuts max.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, I can get a dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts, and they're just like
so light.
They're going in like
a dozen to the neck.
Like yeah. So what's that?
No.
I'm telling you, I can polish off probably about 8 or 10 donuts.
Nice. Holy shit!
Dunkin' Donuts
from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
Which ones are we polishing off?
Shoot, man, whatever you Long John.
I got no discrimination. Throw them all at me.
Yeah,
what
throw
do you
them all
got?
at me. Don't matter. No cream filled ones.
Hold on,
I'll do jelly. But no cream ones, please.
My man just said he'll take 10 Long Johns.
Yeah.
10 Long Johns. Hey, brother, I'll look like
that's equivalent to 2 donuts.
Listen. I will look like sit there like Kobayashi, like I'm running these things through a wood chipper.
How do you do that?
Just like a wood chipper. Just a wood chipper.
Duncan Derek Durish.
Where's my endorsement? Pay me. Yeah, so donut freedoms, right? Entrepreneur, freedoms to donuts.
But
I love donuts.
What is your favorite donut from Dunkin' Donuts?
The chocolate Long John, man.
That's what I asked. I'm sorry.
Or the jelly. Okay. Jelly's a close. That's like a 1A.
What about Rise and Roll? For me, it's that peanut one. I like peanut Bismarck or whatever.
Yeah, I like the peanut. The apple filled one.
Yep.
But I just
the cinnamon apple one you're talking about with the powder.
Old fashioned blueberry. Old-fashioned blueberry.
That's the best from Dunkin' Donuts. Angelo loves that too. That's
a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. It hits hard with the black coffee. Like a hot black coffee with that, dude.
Maybe more of a muffin guy. Like
a muffin guy?
Yeah, like a blueberry muffin.
Yeah.
Put some butter on it, warm it up.
Oh, yeah, that's good right there.
Yeah. Well, you hit it with the extras, but blueberry muffin's good.
Speaking of muffins, if you eat enough of them, you start to look like one. Hey, all of us, right?
Hey, relax,
this couch is holding up.
Relax, Ringo.
Yeah. Well, I bought this. We got this from, this is actually outdoor furniture.
It's got the outdoor furniture vibe.
Yeah, well, it's cool because if the cleaners are here, it's 2 girls here, so they can move you can lift this up with one finger. Yeah, that was the thought process behind it. Plus, it looks cool, and until I say something, most people don't even know that it's outdoor furniture. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool move.
It's nice.
That's my power flex for the podcast.
Power flex. I like that.
Flex on them.
It's nice.
So let's just jump right into it then. So we already talked about donuts. And you're taking 10 to the neck, which is very
10
impressive.
to the neck.
What about chicken wings? Now, the reason I'm bringing up wings, hang on. Now, I know
what's this about?
I know that this is like, people will think it's off subject, but let's just be honest.
I sell homes, by the way. That's really what I do.
We're going to get into that.
I don't just eat all day.
We're going to get into that. But we don't get to catch up that often, so we're going to use the podcast. Sorry for our listeners, but we're going to catch up a little bit.
Yeah,
Derek
absolutely.
started a Facebook Facebook group. What was the group called?
Wing Haven.
Wing Haven.
Wing Haven.
And in this Facebook group, what is the only discussion?
Wings.
Wings. All right, so it's on topic then.
And
Let's talk about the
don't
juicy
bring
stuff.
that boneless trash
Yeah.
in there.
It's all about traditional.
Traditional. Bone
Keep
in.
your chicken
Get it
nuggets.
right.
Yeah, for the 5-year-olds and for Sean and Angelo.
The same men that eat boneless wings probably drink boba tea. Like
Oh,
it's all.
They're the ones that
it's
shut
all
the
in the
refrigerator
same
door with their
pool
hip
there,
and say
right?
boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's my favorite thing online when people say that. You ever see somebody say that? That's the same people that close the refrigerator door with their hips and say boop.
Yep.
Like, it's so good. Yeah.
same kind of people. So back to the wings.
Oh my gosh.
Back to the wings. Yeah, Wing Haven. So I work for Haven Realty Homes. It's a brokerage real estate brokerage out of St. John, Indiana. Haven Realty, my owner broker and I, we just kind of started the wing page. We're like, you know what, let's just call it Wing Haven.
Nice.
For the chicken wing lovers. We used to get some pretty good engagement on there. It was fun.
Yeah,
We'd go to different wing joints, take pictures. I mean, who doesn't take pictures of their food, right?
I might take some pictures
And post-
today.
Yeah, so, wings. So
It's a good day for it, Thursday.
it's a good day.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
you know who's got them.
I know. That's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
hey, listen here. Elijah's been gassing this place up out here,
Dude.
about chicken wings.
We
but
haven't
every
gone there.
time,
He's talking,
hey,
about, he's talking about sportsmen. So we haven't been there in a while. Dude.
every time, he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go." Dodges me.
Well,
Breaks my heart.
I haven't been
So
there.
I haven't had Sportsman's yet.
I haven't been there in a while, but Sportsman's is hands down the best wings in Northwest Indiana. I understand that the atmosphere is not for everyone. The smell is certainly not for everyone. The service is definitely not for everyone.
Right.
However, those wings are for everyone.
But-
those are the best wings I've ever had.
But those are the best spots, though. For
They
food.
are.
The greasy,
they are.
nasty, dirty joints. You know.
Yeah, that's why Burrito Station, when they got that new building,
It just wasn't
it
the same.
sucked.
It wasn't
yeah,
the
it
same.
sucked.
Yeah.
No, give me the dirt and the grease.
Yep.
Drop my burrito on the floor before you give it to me. Don't give me something
Right, don't
fresh,
something fresh
and
and
clean
clean.
with gloves on. I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Don't touch the
That's
floor
what'll hurt my stomach.
Give me that dirty grease in our fryer there.
We eat like sewer rats all day. You want to give me something healthy? No, I'll die. It's
true.
Give me the grease hog. Yeah, I loved it when it was dirty, but yeah, when it became clean, it was trash. Yeah. I guess we could talk about houses if that's really.
We can
what
go
wanna
wings.
do.
I mean, we keep it wings.
What's the best wing spot outside of? Are you going to say R Bar outside of?
No,
'Cause I know you love them.
So I'm like, the wings to me are kind of like, I don't want to say there's not a bad wing. It's kind of like pizza, right? There's not a bad pizza.
Oh, there's bad pizza.
There is bad pizza. I guess.
Pizza.
But all right.
You know what
so,
Sean said one time, real quick,
that?
off subject. He
that
first off,
pissed
he was
me
going to
off.
buy just a slice of pizza. Okay, who does that? Secondly,
I've done it on
from
lunch, you know.
from Wana Pizza in Michigan City.
Okay.
Wana Pizza. I've never had them before. Sorry, Wana, but I don't want to eat your food.
I don't know if I want
So
pizza
I don't know if I want the
there.
pizza from there
No.
either. Yeah, exactly. But
Okay.
either way it goes, he said, "What's the problem, guys? Pizza is pizza. It's the same thing."
Hey, pizza is not pizza. Now,
No!
is there good pizza and bad pizza? Sure.
Yeah.
But is there like really bad pizza where it's just not edible? You know what I mean?
Not really. No, I guess not.
Right?
But there's some taste to me, man.
I don't know about not edible. Me and Matt Lyon with another company, we went out to Texas.
Okay.
And we were in Austin, and they were celebrating.
Well,
at
wait,
the
you're
end
talking about Texas pizza now?
Now, hang on. I'm just
Okay.
talking about.
All right.
I don't know anything. I don't know the name to shit on them. Otherwise, I would. But these people brought in these boxes of pizza, and they bring it on the table, and there was a lot, dude. It was probably 20 boxes, and there was 50 or 60 guys. Plenty of pizza to eat. And they're picking this pizza up, dude, and it is literally falling. The toppings are falling off. There's big wet spots. Yeah. It's soggy. And they're like, "Oh, dude, hey, have some." Me and Matt are like, "No." And I'm hungry, dude. I haven't eaten all day. I'm hungry. No, because you have to have, at some point in time in your life, you have to have some type of standard. And when you see something like that, you have to push aside being fat and being hungry, and just understand that that's not going to satisfy you. There's no enjoyment out of something that looks like that. I'm not going to eat that.
You'd be disappointed.
It's like a beef sandwich that's way too soggy.
That's
and you
true.
pick it up and it just falls out. I like a messy beef sandwich,
a
but
dip.
not that messy,
Yeah,
bro.
not that-
Don't
not that
dip
dip.
it,
Don't dip it crazy.
Well, pizza makes me happy. I've never eaten pizza and been like, "Oh, this sucks." Pizza's associated with movies, pizza's with video games, pizza's sleepovers, pizza's good
Turtles.
conversation
It's a
at the
comfort
table.
food.
Yeah, pizza's amazing. That's
comfort
the
food
family
meat for
gathering
sure.
is pizza.
Yep.
But then you want me to eat some pizza that's gonna make me depressed? No, dude, I'm not doing that.
No.
It'll
False.
ruin pizza for me. Pizza's a good memory. Let's just keep it that way.
Yeah.
Angelo just walked in. Hell yeah.
Hey.
It's about the
What's going
time
on, man? You got a tea time today with that hat on?
Yeah. He looks so good.
He does.
He does.
Well,
So, I just now I'm
it
the
depends on
sexiest-
what the kicks are.
Now
but
I'm
yeah.
the second sexiest guy here.
He does look like my PGA golf guy that I created, except for I made him a little bit fatter. Have you played that game yet? The new golf?
No,
Dude,
not yet.
it's awesome.
I mean, I love golf video games, but yeah,
no, it's awesome. They like updated that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's way better. It's way better. So let's dive into realty real quick.
All right.
I know we're bouncing around everywhere, but I don't
We
care.
are.
It's fun. I haven't
Squirrel.
seen you in a
Ooh,
while.
squirrel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where?
Jesus.
Oh, you
ain't catching his ass anyway.
Are we going to Sportsman today or what?
That's
That's the only way I talk more.
Dude.
It's looking like that might be the move.
All right.
Maybe.
All right.
Perhaps.
You ain't got shit to do today.
Uh,
All right. Go ahead.
So anyway,
All right.
So how's this? You got to explain this whole process to us. So I know that you said like you dove into you did garbage for like 12 years.
Correct.
How does it come about that you get into realty? Like where does it start, and where are you at currently with it right now?
Yeah. So it started. So I had a cousin who sold real estate. He was one of those guys that he had a full-time job. I think he was a project manager at some company. Got into investment property and then wanted to essentially just broker his own deals, right? So be his own realtor, go out and find his own investment property, be able to buy them, be able to sell them, offload them himself. I just kind of saw him from a distance, like build this empire for himself and his family. So I got started, like he was in it. Also too, at this time, I purchased 2 of my own personal homes and then I've sold one. So I've like been through that process. I like walking through homes. I like looking at them online, like stuff like that. And also too, for me, I meand kind of growing up where we did, it's like for you to buy a home, like that. I feel like that was a big deal. That's a big deal for us. And
who else did you sell and buy a home for? That's right. We
This
keep
guy
it in
right
the
here.
network.
This guy.
We promote the network.
Oh, shit,
and
coffee.
I put his kids through college.
My kids through college. This one, I made a lot of money off Elijah. Thank you.
Yeah, at the time it was his biggest deal.
My kids
Not
now
anymore.
have Prairie State Community College completely paid for in full. So
People
College
still
is
going
college,
there?
guys.
People still
All
going
right?
there?
yeah, I think so.
Go get a degree there and get
yeah.
a good job.
I think they're
Don't
still
worry.
charging me. So I was at home. It was funny on a Saturday. I wasn't doing anything. I'm very busy. Like I have to be doing something. And I was like, I'm going to get my real estate license. So it's like, hey, for anybody out there, like it's $600. You can go take the classes. Now you're not going to learn shit about the job taking that real estate course, but hey, $600. I took the class. I chipped away at it online because at the time I was at the garbage company working 60 hours a week, Monday through Friday. And I would go home, do my online courses, all that. And I chipped away at it, got my real estate license. The original plan was I had 12 years left in the union to retire and collect the full pension. I would have been 47. Okay, so it was the 12-year plan. It was, I'll get my license, I'll broker a couple of deals here and there, I'll slowly build this business, right? And then I can, retire young, early, and then I have something to fall back on, like the retirement plan. So that was the thing. Well, what happened was that first year and a half, I closed like $9 million in sales value my first year and a half, which is like even if a first year realtor is doing more than $1 million or $2 million, like that's not a bad year because the failure rate for realtors is so high.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's extremely high. Like I think 75-80% of realtors all quit within their first year in the business. So, I mean, at 50% of those realtors sell 0 to 1 homes a year. Like those are stats and you can look those up. So the failure rate is just so high that, I did almost $8 million in sales my first year and a half while I was on a truck.
It's crazy,
It was
dude.
I would work.
Bro.
I was just grinding. Like it was.
I love that, dude.
I would start at 3 a.m. every day, do my route, which was like 12 hours, right? And I mean, I'm working.
Oh,
I'm on a
yeah.
garbage truck.
I
I'm
remember.
working.
I remember.
I didn't have the claw. Like I didn't have the claw. I was.
Oh, yeah,
I was running commercial
real loader?
routes,
Oh,
right?
commercial? Okay.
I was doing front load commercial, but I had a lot of pullouts. I was in the heights, working alleys, all that stuff. So I was just like, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm doing really well. For me, this goes back to like, when we're young, trying to figure out what the hell we want to do with the rest of our lives, right? Like, what's our purpose, right? Like, hey, I want to go to college for this and that, but like parents are like, no, like that's not a realistic goal. Like you're too dumb to go to college, not going to happen. So for me, it's always been this constant search of like, okay, what's my purpose? What is it I'm supposed to be doing? Because I always felt like garbage wasn't that thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I found real estate and I'm like, man, like, and it's so powerful when you're able to help families, make the biggest purchase of their lives. Like it's really it's a real powerful thing, and not just, you know, closing deals. It's the stories that some of these clients of mine would have. Like, for example, you know, somebody's renting and they're about to get thrown out on their ass from their landlord, and now, you know, like they need to buy a house because they've got kids and stuff, and so now you're going to work for them, trying to find them something, and then when they get that house and they buy it, it's just like, and even if that process is 6 months to a year, it's so fulfilling, because here I feel like I've helped a family really like stay off the streets, you know, kept the family from having to live under the Klein Avenue Bridge. You know what I mean? So it's just a very powerful thing. And then also too, what I was learning, real estate's allowed me to grow. Like that word growth, like I've been able to grow, not just physically, right? All the free lunches from those lenders. Thanks.
Well, it's 10 donuts.
And 10 donuts to the neck, you know. But it's allowed me to grow, you know, emotionally, mentally, intellectually too. Like, you know, reading more books, right? Reading more contracts, really tapping into really in here, you know, for me. And I've been able to grow a lot, and I've probably grown more in all those areas in the last 4 years than I have my entire life. So that's how I got started. I decided to go full-time into real estate. Just kind of like writing on the wall. I really wanted to dive into it and go full-time, so I did. Been doing it now for about a year and a half or two. And then, so now I'm here on the Roof Trollz. So I've been able to do about $6 million a year in sales. That's my awesome, first 3 or 4 years in. So, you know, for those that don't know, you know, 6 figures it's 6 figures. You know, you do $6 million in sales and selling real estate. Like, as long as you're at a brokerage where your cap is, you know, it's a good cap. The cap is like, you know, you pay out X amount of dollars to your brokerage, and then you cap out at 100% commission. Like, as long as you're at a company with a good cap, you got a halfway decent split, you do $6 million in sales, there's no reason why you can't be grossing 6 figures. Netting 6 figures. So nice. So that's awesome. So that's where I'm at now. So now awesome. my goal this year is to do about 7 to 8. You know, I think 25% growth in business year over year is a good, healthy, obtainable growth. You know, you get somebody, I'm gonna do 20 million. It's like, that's awesome, but like,
yeah. What's real? So in our industry, the $20 million story is what we get from every rep. Like, we hear the same shit over and over again. I swear to God, dude, if I had $1, and I said this in the chat during our meeting we had with Deshaun's training, if I had $1 for every time in my career thus far that I've heard I'm going to sell $2 million from a rep, my God, I would not be doing this anymore. Like, I wouldn't. I would own so much property. Yeah. Like, that's everybody, dude. Everybody across the board is going to sell $2 million. And then when the year starts, you get fucking $30,000 a year effort from them. You know, It's amazing, dude. Yeah. It's amazing. Like, people don't understand. What's the grind look like on your end for a $6 million? That's, to be honest with people, like, what does a full day honestly look like? Because I don't think they understand. Yeah, so a full day, you know, I will attribute, I think, my past, like being the person I am, to how successful my business has been, because I've always been a good guy. I've done right by people. I've always made good decisions, good choices. I gave access to my life to people back when Facebook started, right? Constant posting, people seeing me grow up, people seeing me become a husband, a father, you know, marrying the high school sweetheart, taking care of the kids. Like, that's really resonated with people. And so, for me now, so my business, and every realtor's different. Like, there's not some secret formula. There's not like, hey, you can do these activities every day, right? It's different for everybody. So for me, it's been more social media posting. You know, when I first started the business, I would do these weekly real estate videos where it was like weekly updates. Yep. And it was like, I would work my 9 to 5, get off, shoot a video in my car in my dirty work clothes. Hey, here's a weekly update. Like, I'd give a little market report, and it was like a minute long. Market report, I would tell people how many people I have pre-approved, like sent to lenders, like, hey, let's get you to a lender. Let's talk about your financial situation. Let's see if you can buy a home. And those videos, every time I'd make a video, a lead. Like, not just a cold lead. Like, I'm talking like lukewarm, hot. Yeah. Right. And it was just like that. So it was, for me, it was pumping content out, and it still is. Also, now I've been in the business long enough. They say that 3-year mark is where you start to turn the corner and you start getting repeat clients, or you start getting more a lot of referrals. Yeah. So for me now, it's been a lot of referrals. But day-to-day activities, I wake up, I write out my day. Like, I think that's a big thing for me. I write out my day in a planner, and, you know, it could be, hey, I'm going to call these leads for an hour. I'm going to follow up for an hour. Maybe I'll go knock doors for an hour. Maybe I'm going to go just look at inventory.
I have that power where I can go schedule a showing and walk through any home I want in Northwest Indiana. So I'm going to go check out the inventory for people. Hey, maybe I shoot a photo. Maybe I, post it out there, like make it look like I'm, I'm out there working, like scouting inventory. So door knocking's one, mailers, that's another one. I know door knocking's huge here.
Yeah.
So for me, door knocking has been like, okay, like for me to just go knock on a door, I'll throw up. Like I'm just like, that's the feeling.
Not for
like,
everybody.
It's
really
not.
Isn't.
And so,
it's not.
So what I've learned with door knocking in real estate, it's I'm going to send out mail. I'll send out snail mail, postcards with a little QR code on there. Whoever scans that QR code, I'm going to know. I'm going to go knock on their doors because
there you go.
I sent them a postcard for a home value, and they want to know what their home's worth. Well, guess what? When they scan that, I know who scans it.
Yeah.
So now I can...
Good idea.
I can put... Yeah, that's another marketing idea right there.
Right there.
So now it's hey, like, there's that curiosity stage with that discovery kind of stage with any buyer, I feel like, even in roofing or sales. So, you create a postcard with a QR code, and the program or the website that I order these from, it's got all that stuff built into the QR code already. So they really put all that logistically together for you. You're just you're creating literally creating the flyer and then mailing it out. And if people scan the code, it's going to know what house scanned the code.
Right.
It's going to give you their names. It's going to give you some specs on the house, beds, bath, square footage, and then from there it's how do you follow up. So now it's like, hey, let's put together a little folder, right?
Yep.
Here's a 1-page CMA of what I think your house is worth, or what range, what I think it could sell for. And, now I'm taking that folder to the house and knocking on the door. It makes knocking on that door a little less stressful, like a little easier.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
So for me, it's been that door knocking, open houses. If I do an open house on a Saturday, it's, hey, I'm going to go knock the neighbor's doors. Hey, I'm open housing this house today from, whatever. Come on through. Shit. Call somebody.
Yeah.
Call a family member. Bring them by. Maybe we can move them into the neighborhood. Right. So yeah. So day-to-day stuff, like I said, writing down my schedule, making my calls, time blocking that, checking out inventory, creating content, meetings. Obviously, that's something that, you kind of get scheduled because networking is important. Hell, even going to the gym. I go to the same gym for 2 hours a day. Like, you usually see the same people. Like, hey, man, like, let me get a spot. Like, you don't want to maybe ask the guy, hey, man, can I spot you?
Yeah.
That's a little creepy. But if you ask, hey, Eddie, can you come spot me? I'm going to go heavy on the bench and put a plate on each side, weak ass. And, so it's things like that. Like, I'm always prospecting. Even if I don't intentionally have something time blocked out, you're always building relationships.
100%.
Always.
I have that. I like that because I do the same thing. Anywhere I go, I'm potentially going to try to make a sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just natural though.
Right.
Even if I don't mean to. You know what I mean? Like we'll have a conversation and then all of a sudden we bring up something in common.
Yeah.
And then from there it just trickles on down to like, hey, man, I could actually use you to come by or like come check out my house.
Like I definitely think you going out there as a salesman, and you're always prospecting. I feel like you're always prospecting. So it's building that into your RAS, right? Okay, like I might just go to the gym for 2 hours, but hey, I'm going to be intentful about going to the gym. Not only am I going to work out, but maybe I'll talk to a couple of people, introduce myself or something.
And I'm sure you're rocking your gear or something.
Yeah, rocking my gear, rocking a hat.
Yeah.
You're planting that. It's just planting that seed, planting that seed.
Planting
and then just,
seeds, baby.
And then I think too, like there's a way to do it because people fall into the trap of being the salesman, and I think while people are prospecting, like they're almost too salesman-y. Talking about themselves all the time, I get it, but I think there's other ways to do it that are just going to be more beneficial, and usually those people I don't really see do, I don't know, too well.
To me, I'm a 24-hour marketing brand. Like that's I'm a market myself all day long. I don't give a shit anymore. Like I straight up, I'm a salesman. If we're talking, I'm selling you on something. Like that's just what we do now. And what I took away from a lot of what you're saying too is like a lot of what you do directly correlates to like what we do. Sales is very similar almost in every aspect of the field. There is a different type of breed for door knocking, as you alluded to. But what I got out of that basically is like what I've been telling my guys, you got to get to the point where you stop doing this with your phone and you start doing that with your phone. And for those listening, instead of watching on YouTube like you should be, I took my hand motion and put the camera back on me. So like once you turn the camera around, the world changes for you drastically. Right. And I fought tooth and nail to make videos with me on the camera, because I thought like everybody else did, who the fuck's gonna want to listen to me? Who wants to see my mug on there?
Right.
You know, I'm not good looking enough for the camera. I'm not well spoken enough for the camera.
Yeah,
I don't do this. I think so too. Now, but I don't do a bunch of things of what's typical for somebody in front of the camera. But I started to realize that I possess a knowledge that helps people.
Right.
And helping people eventually will be far more beneficial than what I look like. Who gives a shit what I look like? Look what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I think also my downfall is I believe everybody wants to hear my story. I think everybody's interested in hearing how I came up from this and where we're at right now. Plus, I'm so fucking proud of Romans that like I can't help but talk about it.
Yeah. Right. It's hard not to
100%.
It's hard not to brag about what you've been able to, grow.
Yeah.
And with you turning the camera around, that's why like when I first got into real estate, like that's what I used to do. Like, just like before, I don't want to say before content was really like this kind of like the holy grail of marketing.
Well, kind of. You were doing stuff back in the day.
Right. I used to do Facebook Lives because I had the recording studio. So it was like,
studio,
hey, make a beat, play guitar on video. So for me, like, I know what my unique selling proposition is, right? Like it's my energy. It's me. It's that BD. And it's on my business cards, right? It's that big Durish energy. And I think, like Elijah said, you turn the camera around. I think for people, like, yeah, that can work if you have great energy and you've got a great personality.
Yeah.
I see people who try to do it and they're not comfortable in front of a camera, and it doesn't come off as authentic. And I think as long as you have that personality, you have that character trait, right? That energy, you can do it and it can be effective. But also too, it's authentic. It's authentic. Like I get like you're supposed to, like do things you're not do the things that you're not comfortable with because and all that.
All business is show business.
All business.
We're always performing. Salespeople are definitely always performing. But yeah, there's a like you're saying, there's a sense of being real with that as well. Right. People who are genuine are going to be able to sniff that shit out on you in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
So it's important for you to be yourself always in front of every prospect, because there are people that get vibes. I'm one of those people. Yeah. I catch vibes off of people that I don't. That I've never met before. I make judgments on people within 3 seconds of meeting them because I trust my intuition. Like I believe that I'm skilled enough in that on that aspect of my life that I can usually pretty accurate when I think of somebody in the first 3 to 5 seconds. And then I start thinking, well, fuck, if I'm doing that, there's got to be somebody else out there that's doing that shit with me. So I need to correct myself. But like you said, I've accepted who I am. I'm high energy. I'm tatted up. I'm a big dude, straight bill hat. I am who I am.
Right.
So like, I can't fight that anymore. Now I just got to throw it out there and be like, hey man, I'm doing amazing things being me.
Right.
I didn't have to do what you guys told me to for years.
Right.
Like you said, people that just in the beginning with the whole process, like nobody buys into this whole thing like selling. We all think that you got to tuck your shirt in. You got to be presentable to a certain level. Like in your aspect, you probably do. But in our field, who would want to buy a roof from a guy in a suit over the guy in T-shirts tatted up that looks like he's performed the work before?
Elijah, with you saying like I would like dress nice and all that and tuck in shirt. Like, so when I first got in the business, like, hey, my first interview was with like Keller Williams. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wear some slacks. I think I went to fucking Macy's in South Lake Mall and like bought some stuff. I'm like, man, I need a new wardrobe. Yeah. So hey, button down shirt, slacks, nice shoes. Like, man, that boy cleans up good, right? Mm-hmm. And then what I've realized with real estate, the people who like you are going to use you. Yeah. Right? Like at the end of the day, the people who know you, like you, trust you, are going to use you 100%. As long as they know 100%. They have the opportunity to work with you. So for me, what I wear now, I go to showings like this. You know why? Because I'm helping the person that's most like me. Mm-hmm. Right? Those people I'm helping, we're really on the same wavelength.
Right.
Yep.
It's like even when I was throwing trash.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, your brother, I've known Ryan forever, right? Yeah. I was helping them out. But dude, there'd be times where it's like, hey, we want to go look at a house in Lowell. And it's like, okay, well, I just got off work in Park Forest, Illinois at 3:30. They want to go see a house in Lowell at 4:30. You think I got time to change?
No.
Guess what I'm showing up in?
Exactly.
Homie, like, dirty pants, work boots. I'll leave them on the front porch.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna step into that house with the nasty work boots on. But yeah, show up in the high vis.
Dude, and I respect you so much with that grind, dude. like being a guard, and I know it because I've done the same.
You've done it.
I've done the
Your dad's been in business for over 30, 40 years.
You know what I mean? Like you're starting at 3 a.m, working your 12 hours, getting off, and then going getting on the video or on the Facebook saying, "Hey, look, this is what we got going on." Then selling a house,
and that's still only half because then you got to go home. Yeah, and you're a dad.
Yeah,
and exactly.
So there would be stretches where it's like if I'm really busy, while I was doing both, I'm really busy. It's like okay, I'm off at 4, home. Maybe I can get home, take a quick shower. Mm-hmm. Then I'm out the door showing homes, and it's like okay, now I'm not getting home till 9 o'clock. Where do you think my kids are at 9 o'clock at night?
Sleeping
They're
already,
sleeping.
Man.
They better be. Right? Yeah. They better be. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your daddy's home now. You better get your ass to bed.
Boy, X is about 2 years away from choking you out.
Yeah, he's about as tall as me. He's gonna choke you one day. It's gonna happen. Anymore. I can just tell. There's that tension between us.
Yeah, it's coming. Same with Angelo and Jackson. Jackson's about the
he probably beat his ass now.
Yeah,
probably beat him up now. So it's like, but yeah, you go stretches for like a week or two where it's like, okay, work. Don't ever see your family. And what would happen to me is I would creep into these kind of like deep states of depression, like making a ton of money, like I'm out here work,
it's all in here,
right?
You get,
and it's like I'm at the Panda Express in Highland, Indiana, like eating by myself, because I got 15 minutes to spare in between showings, and it's like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, is this what's right for my family? Like, I haven't seen my kids in 2 weeks. Like, I remember there's a period of time where like I looked at my boy and I'm like, when the hell did he get this tall? Like, when did he get this big? You know,
same dude.
So
same.
that's
Oh my gosh.
So the grind was for real, man. Like, played a toll on you mentally, and you will burn at both ends of the candle. You're gonna burn out eventually. It's gonna happen, right? But yeah, I've learned though that like just the grind, it's worth it. Look, we're men, we're fathers, providers. Like, like we're here to work. Like you're here to work, you're here to provide, right? Like 100%. That's our jobs. So, but what I've noticed is we can go back to like just being yourself. It's like the people are going to use me like they like me for me. Like
they're going to buy you.
You're in the business of selling yourself essentially, right? All us realtors are, but the thing is, the people who don't like you, like that's fine. Like I don't like, like will I help you? Sure, like I'll help you, but like it's okay if you don't like me.
Yeah,
it's fine. Like it's just people like everyone knows 12 realtors, right? And I have a few friends who are realtors too, and like I'm out there bulldozing their spheres because like I'm just the more likable guy, right? Like people have, and that's through just the years of being a good dude, making good decisions, and just being myself, like not being something I'm not has, really helped me. So
I like the sacrifices too, talking about that, because that's the thing that people don't see. Like I talk about this all the time. They see us, like my Instagram too. He's eating steak. He's at a Bears game in a suite. He's traveling wherever. Like, yeah, of course, dude. I'm doing those things now. I was like, you know where I saw my daughter walk for her first time? On a fucking phone. Where I saw her roll over for her first time? On a fucking phone. Right. Like I wasn't home either for the first 4 years of her life. Mm-hmm. I didn't get to see a lot, and it sucks because Aria is my pride and joy, but 3-year-old Aria was my favorite person ever in existence. That was, it's always going to, every time I see her, I'm only going to see her at 3 years old. That was my favorite little girl. Mm-hmm. But I didn't get to see those things. And people don't, people don't see that shit, dude. So you don't see your kids growing up. You wait until they go to bed so you can actually get your work done because you feel bad. Like you do. I would come home and I would feel, I would feel terrible, dude.
For sure.
I would feel like shit. She would be sleeping. I wouldn't see her. And then I got to wait for Amanda and Aria to go to bed so that I can hop on a fucking computer. And not only did I put 12 in that day, I got to put another 4 or 5, but I don't want to tell my family about it.
Right.
I don't want them to know that that's how much I'm prioritizing work. Yeah. So as soon as they go to bed, I'm up until 3 in the morning. And then you got to wake back up at 7 or 6:30, whatever you're getting up. You got to wake back up and you got to not be tired. Right. You got to pretend that you got the same amount of sleep that they did and that you weren't doing all that work. Like that's how crazy this industry is. You got to hide work that you're doing from them because they can't know how much stress, they can't know anything, because as men, like you said, I said when Amanda got pregnant, I said, you're not going to work. And I kept that up for 7 years. Yeah. She didn't work. We bought houses, cars, everything. Didn't work. Was on my budget. Everything was on me. So like that's a lot of pressure on a man.
Yeah.
We could downplay it all we want to, but we know the times we have in our cars where we're just like, fuck, man, is this worth it?
Yeah.
Or you're at work one day and you're just like, dude, I just want to walk out of here and just quit.
Yeah.
I got money stacked up. I'll just move and I'll figure out
start
something
over.
else.
Like you hit the reset.
I
You
swear
wish
to
there was like a
God.
reset button.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
with working around the clock like that, and like I said, when I was really grinding like that and hustling, like that's how it was. And what I've learned is that, you know, I've learned in my business, there's things, mostly everything can wait. Okay. Like, yes, like there's stuff you can push off to the next day. Like it's, hey, in between business hours, take care of what you got to take care of. But there is stuff that can just wait till the next day. But what I've learned back in the grind was like, okay, like if my kid's got a softball game or a soccer game or something like that, or if like, hell, even if I'm at home and I have a free hour, like, and I'm playing catch with my son, I am totally dedicated and committed to my son or my daughter for that hour.
Right.
I might only have an hour, but I'm committed to them for an hour. You know, it's like at home with the wife. Like I have an hour at home. She wants to sit on the couch and watch Netflix. I'm there for an hour. For that hour, she has my undivided attention.
Wow.
Even though
I've seen the snaps where your ass is sleeping in 10 minutes. But
I
yeah,
am,
you're
bro.
there.
Listen, man. Like I
That couch is nice.
dude. So look, I'm a busybody, man. I gotta move. My brain's got to be doing something. Or yes, on the couch, I'll fall asleep. If we weren't doing this podcast, I'd fall asleep on this couch. Like I really would. So that's me. But yes, Erica's always put me on blast for. Shout out to the GOAT, by the way, Erica. My wife.
100%. But let's also put her on blast. Why did we stop making cakes and cupcakes? Why did we stop?
Gosh, I know.
It's the best.
Dude,
It's the best. It's not even debatable.
Like, they're like, oh, she's not really doing that no more.
Oh yeah. You know what I love about that? So we go to Ryan Donnelly's wedding, and
dude.
and I hear through the grapevine what Erica do for them.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Conveniently, we can cook for some. We can bake for some. We just, we can't bake for others.
All right. So all right.
She did Arya's birthday, by the way, every year.
Yeah.
I went to her. She did her reveal party.
Everything.
Everything. If we had an excuse to get cupcakes, I was going to her to get them, dude. Yeah. So good.
Well, maybe I'll have her make you some.
Oh my God.
Make
How
some
about
for
that?
Romans,
Right,
please,
that's what I'm
Erica.
saying.
Jesus, what a good time.
So Ryan Donnelly's wedding. First of all, he reached out to me in like August asking for a cake for his wedding. He asked me for a cinnamon roll cake specifically. Erica doesn't do cinnamon roll. I asked Erica. Erica said no, not doing it. I said okay. He said he called like 30 other places to try to get a cinnamon roll cake and they wouldn't do it. So he's like, Derek, man, he's like, just, I don't care if it's, I'm like, Ryan, I'm like, you don't care if I go to Cinnabon and buy like 3 dozen of these bad boys and stack them up? He was like, no, man, you do that. That's awesome. That'd be my wedding cake. I'm like, okay. So I tell Erica that. So that's literally what his wedding cake was.
Oh, no way.
So, like we went to Cinnabon in Crown Point on Broadway. I went in there. I watched. I said, "Yeah, I had 4 dozen Cinnabons," and they're looking at me like, "This fat diabetes," like walked out there. My foot was numb leaving the store.
With
like,
the 10 donuts to the neck. We're good on that.
There's nothing in the donuts, man. There's nothing in the donuts. So
we're good on that.
So yeah, so I go in there. I'm like, "Yeah, can I get extra cream cheese frosting?" And then she makes the cake. After she made that cake, she's like, this is so effing ugly. She said, this can be, if this was my wedding cake, I would cry.
Right.
That's what Erica said. So she made them a little 2-tier.
Oh, there you go.
Like naked cake. It's called no fondant on it. I don't think there's fondant on it. It's just naked buttercream, frosting, all that. So backstory of my wife, for the listeners out there, she went to the Art Institute in Chicago, and she has an associate's degree in baking and pastry. Mm-hmm. So she is a legit certified pastry chef. When she got out, when she got out of school, she wanted to start a cake business. This was the time, like, you had Cake Boss on TV, and you had like all these cake shows.
Shout out Duff.
Yeah, shout out to Duff. And then we started to hustle cakes out of the house.
Right.
So we bought our first home in Stager, lived there for about 5 years. In that 5 years, we legit ran a cake business out of the house. Yeah. And she got to the point where she was making probably 2 cakes a weekend, on top of being a mom and working a full-time job at the time she was at the Super Target in Tinley Park. So she was decorating cakes there too, but she was just an animal. Wow. Great at what she does. She did some stuff for charity. We actually had a complaint from somebody in the village of Stager, like tried to shut us down. Like they owned a restaurant in town, big restaurant. I can name any names, Bambinos. And they were like, she's doing it illegally, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, y'all don't sell cakes. Like, y'all sell shitty pizza and pasta. Like, leave my wife alone. Leave my wife out of it.
8-pound mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. So, like,
Those are legit though, guys.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Dude, it's a block of cheese.
Bro, I'm not eating.
I'm not eating
anywhere that sells.
I worked there for a brief
I'm sure
moment
you
in
did.
the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Blocks of mozzarella cheese, bro. Fresh.
I'm sorry, man.
Fresh.
It could be.
If
So-
you're giving me a stand-up show of what they were doing with stand-up comedy there while I'm trying to eat, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Like, no.
So Erica was getting business from like Chesterton. She would literally have people from Chesterton drive to Stager to pick up cakes.
Wow.
Right. We bought our new home in Crown Point. She continued the cake thing. Yep. Right. And then what happened was our kids got older and our kids started playing sports. Okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? Games are on the weekends. Yep. Practice might be on a Friday night. But what was happening was she would miss out on those practices and on those games. So she was like, you know, some of those cakes took 12, 14 hours of like labor, you know, and it's like, hey, she's got a deadline for a Saturday at 2:00. Our kid's got a soccer game at 10 in the morning. Like she's missing that to finish somebody's cake. And, you know, so she was just like, you know what? I just want to be a mom. I don't want to miss anything with my kids. You know, she had the opportunity to, she actually had her grandfather, you know, rest in peace, Grandpa Bob. But, you know, he was like, let's open something up, blah, blah, blah. So they were floating that idea around. And she was like, I don't want my kids growing up in a bakery. I just want to be a mom. So that's why she stopped. I like that veterans thing you do.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Too. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
The goal is to do another one every year, too. So we started off in year one. We did one veteran roof on Veterans Day.
Okay.
Last year we did 4th of July and Veterans Day. This year I hope to do 4th of July, Veterans Day, and possibly Christmas. You know, maybe we even throw it in with somebody who's not just has to be a veteran, or, you know, maybe like a needy family or something. But it's important to give back. And then, so while we're on the subject too, so everybody knows, there's no write-off gimmicks involved in that shit. This is we give. We donated some Angel Tree stuff. We did some other things off the record with some other things too, but we don't write off anything. If Romans Roofing is going to give away something, we're going to do exactly that. And the universe karma is real. It all comes back to you tenfold. So
Absolutely.
if you're not,
that's awesome.
If you're making money and you're listening to this and you haven't given away anything, or you're not giving away something, it's coming back, guys. I'm telling you right now. You won't. You'll make far more when you start giving stuff away.
I think it's you know, just being in the position to give is it's awesome. And I know me, like I give to me, I'm big on donating to things that are close to me, right? Like, hey, baseball program in high school, like, you know, went to high school, Bloom Trail, shout out to Bloom Township High School.
Bloom Trail.
Bluegrass now.
You know,
so
the last few years,
badass.
it's like I donate to that program, but that's because I was in it, I played in it. Like I still have, you know, some of my coaches are still coaching, and you know, I know what that program did for me for the 4 years I was in high school, minus the 2. And then, so
say
it's
minus
like
the 2?
minus the 2.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't even going to make
I was in high
jokes,
school
but
for 4 years, minus the other 2.
Yeah, right.
So
shout out James Williams.
All state. so awesome. I was a catcher, and I had the opportunity to catch some really, really good pitchers. James Williams being one of them. Herbie Haskins here.
Roof
Trollz.
yeah.
Herbie Haskins, knuckleball. He had fastball, knuckleball. That's all I threw. Filthy. Shout out to Herbie.
Nice.
Knuckleballer.
Yeah, Herbie's so funny, man.
Herbie's he loves Skittles. Favorite candy.
Oh, I didn't know that. I brought up his little notebook. Notebook obsession when he was on here. We had him on Roof Trollz.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. I listen. When my boys come on the show, I always listen. So Herbie. So I was catcher. He was a pitcher. The old battery. I used to, if I knew he was pitching, like I would keep a bag of Skittles in my back pocket, and if he was getting shelled or something or going through a rut, just, hey man, let me help you out, and we'd fucking eat Skittles on the mountain. Like, yeah, Herbie Haskins. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
We got Revens and Will here have flashed us the 50-minute mark, so we don't want to get choked out by them. They're very aggressive when we go over that time.
I know they seem like I was talking to them earlier when you weren't here, and I felt very. No, they're awesome people. I think you guys do a great job. Like everything looks great. I listen to the show. I watch.
Yeah, we told Derek we start at 9, and he believed us. Oh!
No, listen. He told me 10. I dropped the kids off. I said, you know what? I'm gonna drop the kids off and go straight out there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I knew we start at 10. We're really not starting until 10:30.
Yeah.
I went to Sips, killed some time, then sat here. I got to talk to them, and
Well, joke's still on you because we were supposed to start at 9. Didn't start till 10:30. So how about that?
Really?
I don't know.
Well,
We started at 10:30.
no,
What time is it
10.
now?
You said 10. Because if you
11.
told me 9, I would have said it's not happening. Because I usually drop my kids off at school around that time.
We appreciate you coming on for
Yeah,
your
thanks
live
for having me. I
interview.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Live interview. I mean, I think you're going to fit perfectly here.
Yeah, hey, it went well.
The
with me.
recruiting pitch.
I think everybody,
It's a recruiting pitch.
everybody heard it. He's committed. All right. Well, congratulations now.
He said $9 million.
Yeah. The shout out.
You bring that hustle over here, and I promise you make well in the six figures.
Oh, I know that. Shit. Yeah.
Go ahead. Shout out who?
No, shout out Haven Realty Homes, the Durish Group. It's my
go.
team.
It's Northwest Indiana, man.
Northwest
Anybody
Indiana.
who, if you're listening right now, you want to buy a house, sell a house, do anything with a house, commercial properties, whatever property related, hit my man Derek up.
And he helps you out completely, man. He'll just be very informative too.
Yeah.
If you need any kind of information, that's
Yeah.
the guy to go to.
I'm very much like, hey, like, you know, even if you need some info, I'll give it to you. You know, no strings attached. I mean, that's happened all the time.
And we're going to have a petition out there soon for you guys to sign to get Erica back into baking. And as always, guys, see you on the next one.
See ya.
Peace out.